Hey everybody, PM Kester back again to hopefully kick off a couple of videos about career. This first video, I'm talking about taking a break to advance your career. If you like any of my previous career videos, of course, I'm going to put links to them, and then there's a career playlist. I hope you like this video, and I hope it gives you some tips as we go into the new year, because I think a lot of us are thinking about change. I know for a fact how January 1 can kick off a lot of things, especially on the career front. So want to just talk about advancing your careers and preparing for that, and some things that I have learned along the way. So grab a pencil, grab some paper, and let's get into it. Okay, I'm trying to stay focused because my phone is tripping. Okay, so when we're thinking about advancing your career, number one on the list, I want you to think about what is your intention for your career. What is your intention for your career? So we're going into 2026. What do you want to happen with your career in 2026? Do you want to get promoted at your current job? Do you want to pivot into a new field? Do you want to have like more projects or win awards? Start with an intention, because that's the best way to advance. A lot of times people that say they want to get promoted and they want advancement and stuff like that, I find that if you're not clear with the trajectory, like your intention for your career, then you're never going to advance in your career. Like there has to be something there. There has to be intent, because that intention is going to shape your goals. That intention will shape your goals. So write down what your intention for your career is. What do you want to happen in your career? 2026, 2027, however far in the future you want to go. We're going to say 2026 for this. Number two, in taking a break to advance your career, I want you to assess your day. Assess your day. I'm going to look and see if I still have this worksheet I did called Assess Your Day, and maybe I can throw it up on a website as a freebie. But basically what you're doing is I want you to look at from the time you wake up to the time you log out of work, or maybe even till you go to bed. Like, what does your day look like? Get up at 4 o'clock and work out. Get the kids ready at 6. Log in to work, go into the office at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Throw in like things that you know are known for your job. Like you go to lunch every day at 12:30. You log out or clock out at 4 o'clock every day. What do you do after work? Because we want to look at the gaps that we have, because we're going to use gaps in our day after we do the assessment to figure out the pockets of time that we can work towards achieving our career intention, which is the next step. So what have we done so far? Number one, we've set our intention for our career. Number two, we have assessed our day. Number three, we're setting aside time to work on goals surrounding our career intention. So if your intention is to become a director of communications next year in 2026, what do you need to do that? So Assessing your day might be looking at chunks of your resume and fixing it in chunks, right? Because sometimes when we try to do like the whole resume thing all together, it gets frustrating. And you may not have enough time. Like your chunks of available time might be like 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here. So it could be setting aside the morning time to like that 30 minutes to work on your resume. And then if you have time at lunch, that may be the time that you look for jobs, communication director jobs. And then after work is when you apply for the jobs, because you don't want no trouble on the clock. So after work is when you take the time to apply for the job. Or maybe after you look at the jobs during lunch, you start to notice that there are some skills that may be missing, or skills that will kind of help make you more applicable. So after looking at the jobs and noting that, then after work, maybe you go look and see if there are some Coursera classes or some classes at a nearby school or something that you can take. YouTube University. So you start to find ways to fill in those skill gaps so you can put that on your resume, that you have conquered that. And this is all working towards, these are the goals that work towards that intention that you have surrounding for career advancement. All right, and the final tip in taking a break to advance your career is to be consistent. Be consistent. One of the reasons a lot of people don't advance is because they're simply not consistent with working towards advancement, right? They say they're going to do their resume. They may go in and mess with a couple of sentences, and then they decide that maybe it's too hard or it's too much, or they apply for a couple of jobs and they get a rejection from a couple of jobs, and that's defeating. Look, been there, done that, okay? But you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to continue to work towards your career advancement. It's not just going to happen for you. You have to set that intention. That's what you're trying to do. Set the goals to achieve that intention and be consistent in pursuing that. So if you want to become a director, if that is your intention, if you want to win awards, if that is your intention, what are the goals that you're going to set for that particular advancement in your career? If that involves you dedicating some time to taking some classes via Coursera or community college, or just saying, I'm going to study stuff on YouTube, be consistent. Set aside that time at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, or during your lunch break. Be consistent with it. Be consistent with setting up the time to update your resume. Again, you don't have to do all this stuff at the same time. That's what brings in defeat, is because a lot of times we think we have to do everything all at the same time. Pop, pop, pop. Break it up into bits and pieces. Just be consistent with it. Okay? All right. So here are my tips in taking a break to advance your career. Number 1, set the intention. What is the intention for your career? Answer that question. Number 2, assess your day. What time do you get up? What time do you go to bed? What happens with the times in between? Write that down on a sheet of paper. Then you're going to go to number 3. You're going to set aside time to achieve the goals that align with your intention. You're going to do that by looking how you assess your day. You wrote down the stuff. Look at those gaps. Work in the time to achieve those goals from looking at those gaps. And then the final thing, number 4, be consistent. Be consistent in this space. I hope you find this helpful. I have a couple of more videos I want to come and talk to you about in regards to career. I hope they're helpful. If you have any questions, you want to share how some tips that you've used that'll help you advance your career, please drop a comment, because you may be helping somebody that's watching the comments that needs that advice. And until next time, find a little time to take a break. Bye.